Hi, boys and girls. I would like to read a silly story to you called Epossamondus. I love this book because it always makes me laugh. It was written by Colleen Sally. She's the author, so she wrote the words. The illustrator is Janet Stevens. She drew the pictures. Now, Janet, when she decided to draw the pictures, she thought, what should Mama look like in this book? And she decided that the Mama in the book was going to look like Colleen Sally. So this lady right here with the funny yellow hat on, that's what Colleen Sally looks like. And I actually got to meet her, and she even came and read this story to me, and she was wearing the yellow hat. On the title page in our book, she even signed it for me and said, "Read presents to all your children," from Colleen Sally. Epossamondus was his mama and his auntie's sweet little patootie. They just loved him to death. Epossamondus used to go to his auntie's almost every day, and she nearly always gave him something to take home with him. One day, she gave him a piece of rich gold cake. Epossamondus took it in his hand and he scrunched it up real tight and went along home. On his way, he passed Alligator, and Alligator asked, "What you got, Epossamondus?" "Cake," he replied. "Don't look much like cake to me," said Alligator. When Epossamondus got home, his mama looked at that fistful of crumbs and she said, "Epossamondus, what do you have in your hand?" "Cake, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossamondus, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry cake. The way to carry cake is you put the cake on your head and you put your hat on your head and then you come along home. Do you hear me, Epossamondus?" "Yes, Mama." By and by, on another day, Epossamondus was visiting his auntie. This time she gave him a pound of freshly churned butter. Epossamondus put it on his head, and he put a hat on his head, and then he went along home. On his way, he passed Raccoon. Raccoon asked, "What you got, Epossamondus?" "Butter," he replied. Don't look much like butter to me," said Raccoon. When Epossamondus got home, his mama looked at him and she said, "Epossamondus, what do you have in that hat?" "Butter, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossamondus, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry butter. The way to carry butter is you wrap it up in some leaves and you carry it down to the brook, and then you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and then you take it up carefully and you come along home. Do you hear me, Epossamondus?" "Yes, Mama." By and by, on another day, when Epossamondus was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a sweet little puppy to take home with him. Oh, no. What is he going to do with the puppy? So, Epossamondus wrapped it up in some leaves and took it down to the brook, and he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and then he took it up carefully and went along home. On the way home, he passed Nutria, and Nutria asked, "What you got, Epossamondus?" "A puppy," he replied. Don't look much like a puppy to me," said Nutria. "Doesn't look much like a puppy to me either. Check that out. Poor little puppy." "Oh, look at Mama. I think she's had enough." When Epossamondus got home, his mama looked at that poor, bedraggled puppy and said, "Epossamondus, what do you have in your hands?" "A puppy, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossamondus, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry a puppy." The way to carry a puppy is you put the puppy on the ground. You tie a piece of string around the puppy dog's neck, and you take the piece of string, and then you come along home. Do you hear me, Epossamondus? Yes, Mama. Well, by and by on another day, when Epossamondus was visiting his auntie, she gave him some freshly baked bread to take home with him. Epossamondus put the bread on the ground, and then he tied a string around it, and then he took the other end of the string, and he went along home. On his way, he passed Armadillo. What you got, Epossamondus? Armadillo asked. Bread, he replied. Don't look much like bread to me, said Armadillo. When Epossamondus got home, his mama looked at the thing on the end of his string, and she said, Epossamondus, what do you have on the end of that string? Bread, Mama. Auntie gave it to me. Oh dear, I wonder what she's going to say this time. Oh, Epossamondus, Epossamondus, you don't have the sense you were born with. You never did have the sense you were born with. You never will have the sense you were born with. I'm not telling you any more ways of bringing truck home, and I don't want you going to your auntie's either. I'll go see her myself. And Epossamondus, she got her basket, and before she left, she said, Epossamondus, do you see those 6 pies cooling there on the porch? Yes, Mama. Well, Epossamondus, you just be careful about stepping on those pies. Then Mama went off to see Auntie. Oh, and Epossamondus was careful. He stepped right in the middle of each and every one. The